Alright YouTube, so a very different kind of video today. I wanted to talk about why I'm excited for Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, more so than the game just getting a proper HD remaster now, like why I'm actually excited to play it again and play through it entirely. I have a somewhat interesting history with this game. It's one of the Final Fantasy games that I've praised a lot over the years. I've played through it a lot, I've started so many games on it, but it's a Final Fantasy that I've never actually completed, as in I've never finished the story of it. I don't even know exactly how far I've gotten into the game, but I've owned physical copies multiple times of the game, and I've played through so many files, but it's just one of those games I've never completed. It's probably because of how different and kind of weird it is with the Guardian Forces, junctioning magic to stats, drawing magic, stuff like that. It's just a very obscure and different. You don't buy like new weapons or armors, like you have to like upgrade your weapons and stuff. It's just a very different Final Fantasy. And that may or may not be the reason why I've never completed it. It's just one of those games I'd play in increments. Like I'd play it for a few days at a time, and then I'd put it down and wouldn't touch it for like weeks or months at a time, pick it back up, and I wouldn't even know exactly where I'm at. Maybe I'd try to play it a little bit, put it back down, pick it back up later, and I have no idea where I'm at. I'm saved in the overworld. I have no idea how far into the story I am. I have no idea where to go, and I just eventually have to start a new game. Final Fantasy VIII is probably the very first Final Fantasy game that I've ever seen. I have this like vague memory at a younger age of seeing this like teenager guy play it. I believe he's like the son of one of my mom's friends. We're over at their house, and I remember seeing like the train mission with Rinoa, where you're planning out the mission, and you're going from train car to train car trying to avoid the soldiers and disconnecting cars or whatever. Like, I have that memory at a very, very young age. Didn't physically play the game, but I've always had that memory in my head. Fast forward to a handful of years, and I had the option to get my hands on a physical copy of the game. The people moved in next door to me. I became friends with them, and he wanted to trade me games. I traded him Grand Theft Auto Vice City for PS2 for his copy of Final Fantasy VIII, because at the time I didn't even know what the game was. I just knew I liked Final Fantasy VII. I believe I played Final Fantasy X, had it for the PS2 at the time. So I was like, man, here's a Final Fantasy game I've never played. I love 7, so let's check out 8. So I traded him my copy of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and it turns out he was missing one of the discs. I don't know if this was intentional or not. I don't know if the guy was trying to rip me off intentionally. But I always had a copy of the game, but all I had was disc 1, disc 3, and 4. I could never get past the first disc for so many years. I just had the first disc to play. So for several years, completing the game was completely out of my hands because I did not own the second disc. But at a younger age, I played through the first disc, I don't know how many times, from beginning to end, from the beginning to the fight with Adia. Countless times, man. Fast forward however many more years, and of course as a young adult, whatever, teenager, I owned a physical copy of the game, and that's when the playthroughs of where I'd stop playing the game for a while and then pick it back up and not know where I am, that's when that happens a lot. Like, I don't know how many times where I just could not ever complete the game because I'd get lost and not know where I am, forget where I'm at in the story, forget where I need to go in the overworld, whatever. Like, I just could not complete the game, so I'd eventually have to start over a brand new game. And that's kind of the point of this video, and why I'm excited to play Final Fantasy VIII again, is because I've never completed it. I've been on like a 15+ year journey to finally finish this damn game. This time around, I won't stop playing the game. I will use a walkthrough going through. That's what I did with Final Fantasy VII and 9 when I bought them on the Xbox One. I pulled up walkthroughs because I played through those games so many times that there's nothing to really spoil. I wanted to get the most out of the experience, and I learned some stuff playing through those games with walkthroughs, and I want to do that with this game too. I want to learn everything I can about Final Fantasy VIII while also completing it for the very first time. To the best of my knowledge and memory, I've gotten as far as getting the Ragnarok out of space, which I believe is Disc 3, so I don't even know if I've ever seen Disc 4. Final Fantasy VIII is probably in my top 5 Final Fantasy games, but I've never completed it, which is so odd. That's why I'm excited to finally get my hands on it again, to get a proper HD port of it, which is nice, and to just finally check it off my list of the Final Fantasy games that I have completed. And like I said, this time around I'm going to use a walkthrough so I don't miss anything at all. I'm going to do everything possible in this game, including the UFO side mission. Either way, my dudes, that's the video. Like I said, it's a bit different, but I just wanted to talk about why I'm excited to finally play this game again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay up to date with more Final Fantasy VIII Remastered content. Maybe I really don't know what videos we can make past this. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @the-david. I'm on Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys. Give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while, quit acting like